the boss actually was like, no, he's at work unless this is, a matter of national security. He has to go back to work. We are testing, it's a forensic lab. We have all these tests running. We have tests we have to carry out over here. So you can come and get him on your own time.
Oh, wow.
So, yes. So, huo mdosi akaniambia rudi job. So, nikaingia nikarudi job. Guess what? Sasa amenipea kadi. Bado akakuja kunifuata.
After work?
Came all the way to my house.
Yeah.
God damn.
Yes, after work.
0591.
Yes, 0951. That's me. Stephen JJ. I go by JJ.
Sema JJ.
Welcome.
JJ, unatupigia kutoka sehemu gani?
Kutoka Dallas, Texas.
The capital of Kenya in the US.
Yuko study, anapiga picha.
Tuko hapa na Slay.
Ala.
Mko wapi? Mko Cowboy Stadium?
Yeah.
Mnangoja kuchapa.
Anapiga picha.
Oh, yeah.
Ala
tena umepotea.
You guys on speaker, but I've changed it. No, I had you guys on speaker in the Badlisha. There was an echo.
Okay. Haya, sasa tueleze. Yeah. Unajua Dallas huko pia kuna mambo sana ambayo hatujui.
Yes, now I don't know, I know time is also, not on our side, so I don't know where to really start and where to end.
Okay, go ahead.
You go ahead. You go ahead.
Floor is yours.
Okay, so this story started like this. My boy, we used to just hang out. We are poor. Kuna ugali, nini, hakuna story mob. Then all of a sudden, this Jama buys a Benz. Unajua wewe unaanza kustuka. Ni aje? CLK kwanza. Hiyo tu ati Benz ya kawaida. So you're like, okay, but you still hanging out, and then mse yako anza kuringaringa na mse alikuwa anaendesha nini tulikuwa naita Kaduma. It was a Ford Ranger ya kitambo. Imechapa. It even had Georgia plate, and we're in Texas.
Well,
so,
okay.
It was a shock move. But anyway, we're just like, unajua pia wase, they're coming up, utai kuweka mse chini. So, anyway, let's just catch up to where this story now gets hot. So, we go to the Cowboys Stadium. They just opened, this is back in 2011. The stadium opened in 2009, noja tumetaka kuenda. Then there was these games for Europeans that were showing up. Ilikuwa Chelsea versus, I can't remember the team they were playing. It was a Mexican team. So we go to the game, we have our kids. So, when you walk up to the stadium, they always want to take pictures of you.
Yeah.
So, tukachukuliwa mapicha. So, zile unachukuliwa picha, alafu unapewa ile risiti. Unafaa uende, so when you leave in the stadium, you go back and you provide it to them, then they'll print the picture for you, and then, you pick them, you pay some money, and then, so mse aliweka tu kwa gari yake. So mse alikuwa amefanya madeal zake, yakahepa ameenda home. So, amehepa home, mimi niko job. Next thing, naitwa kwa, the front desk.
God,
they're like, hey, there's some people here to see you. And I'm like, okay. I go up there. They're like, oh, we need to step out of the building.
What?
Step out of the building.
Who are you?
Yes. I step out of the building. I'm like, oh, he showed me his, ID. We're the feds. We're here. We are here to ask you about this certain individual. I'm not going to name names because, people will put 1 + 1 and,
Yeah. It's okay.
So, so they ask, like, okay, so we're here to ask you about this guy. Is he your friend? I'm like, yeah, he's my friend. Okay, so do you know what he's been doing? I'm like, no. And then he shows me a picture. He's like, is this you? And I'm like, the picture, yes, it's me and my kids and him at the Cowboys Stadium. I'm like, yeah, that's me. Who is this other individual? That was my other friend, my, You're like, okay, yeah. Now you're like, okay, now because zile za utaki kusema jina kwa sababu ukisema tena wataenda kwa huyo. Because unajua hapa pia uko kwa shida tayari. So kwa zile za, okay, yeah, huyu ni rafiki yangu. This is my friend. And those are my kids. Okay, so do you know what he was doing? I'm like, what do you mean what he was doing? I don't know what he was doing. Then, luckily for me, my boss comes and intervenes, and he's like, hey, what is going on here? This guy is working. You know, I'm a chemist, so ninafanya mashini zangu zinarun. I'm in the middle of my test. And my boss is a mzungu guy.
Titration, so like, acid and base.
The boss actually was like, no, he's at work unless this is, you know, a matter of national security. He has to go back to work. We are testing, you know, it's a forensic lab. We have all these tests running. We have tests we have to carry out over here. So you can come and get him on your own time.
Oh, wow.
So, yes. So, huo mdosi akaniambia rudi job. So, nikaingia nikarudi job. Guess what? Amenipea kadi. Bado akakuja kunifuata.
After work?
Came all the way to my house.
Yeah.
God damn.
Yes, after work. Yeah. Came all the way to my house.
Kept
on pressuring me. I had to give him huyo best yangu namba yake ile alikuwa nayo hapa. Ile namba nayo alikuwa nayo Kenya. Nikampatia nikamwambia ndio hizo vitu zote nimekupatia. Mimi zile kitu alikuwa anafanya mimi sijui.
Wow.
That is wow. That's and that's why sometimes and you know, like, you innocently were associating with someone.
Now,
you had no idea.
Imagine angepewa kifunguo ya hiyo nini
hiyo CLK.
Hiyo shinde. Angepewa kifunguo ya shinde.
No, now
boss, I'm coming back.
Now yeah, I will say this too. Sorry to interject real quick, but I'll say this. There's one day boy wangu alikuwa ametoka out of town. Na mimi nilikuwa nimeenda out of town nikamwachia gari yangu. Okay? So he was using my car. So mimi ndo nimerudi out of town akanibeba airport. So amenibeba airport na gari yangu nikamdrop kwake. I'm driving home. He calls me on the highway like, hey, niaje, you need to come back. I'm like, hey, nini kwa nini? We, kuna kitu hapo, man. Rudi. So I drove back. Hey, the guy checked into my car. Ile kibunda ilitolewa kwa glove box. Hata alikuwa anasema hata mimi ningeenda tu na gari kabisa.
Mbibani, chapa.
Boss.
Dollar bills.
Yes. Yep. The glove box was opened. The whole thing was full. So hata mimi ndo nasema
hakuachia kakiru kabunda kamoja.
Hakuna kuniachia kitu.
Wow.
So at some point you figured out that something wasn't right.
Nilikuwa already unajua uko suspicious that
but you have no proof of anything.
Yeah, you don't know what is going on. Plus ujui kama ni yeye ama ni mabeste wake ama you know. But what happens is wasianza kushikana tu na rende zingine, you know, you're like, wale wase pia wanakuanga, you know, and then ndio hivyo. So
yeah, you know sometimes me wanna wonder, you know, like for me personally, because I'm a finance person and I can always tell when, especially if I know how much you make and I'm looking at the activity that you're involved in and I know that there's something wrong
That's
here.
not adding up.
To say, for example, if you're taking $5,000 vacations every month, it's one thing if you take a $5,000 vacation, once a year, but every month you're taking a $5,000 vacation. You know, uko tax and Caicos, uko sijui Aruba.
Kuna sponsor.
Yeah, uko there's some situations where kuna sponsor, but even a sponsor has limits.
But the sponsor doesn't have to be.
Yeah, but
a sponsor has limits.
Yeah,
a sponsor doesn't sponsor you every month.
That is so messed up is where now you just take a picture so innocently.
I know.
Yes.
You know?
Yeah.
It's just an innocent
Now a
picture.
toto.
Not
even one.
Yeah.
Yeah, with the kids. And then, yeah, you don't know that you're involving your own kids in some mess. You're just going to a Cowboy Stadium to watch a
game. Yeah.
Exhibition, actually. Not even at UCG, and then the feds show up.
Me the feds. Me hata kwa TV na waogopa.